All right, welcome everybody. Welcome to ACES Tuesday night, and tonight we're going to be talking about flus in schools and nursing homes, daycares, those kind of things, right? It's the in fact, I was at the store yesterday and I saw flu shots, right? And I'm thinking, dang, flu shots already, right? So I guess we're getting close to it, right? It's going to be fall, then winter, and flu season in schools and everything when everybody gets sick. So we have a remedy for that though. Jim, do you want to say anything awesome? All right, yeah. Jim's going to say something awesome.
Hi everybody. Thanks for the new time zone thing. I hope it helps out a lot of guys and women. First of all, I'm going to ask a favor from you guys and ladies and all of our members. I need, or we need, anything that you've done with the number one product. After that stove that's on Facebook, and I sent that picture to everybody, we decided to do something much more, and I need either testimonies, written testimonies, emails, pictures, or a video, anything that you've used the number one product for. I need all the information. So you can either email me, call me, but it'd be better to email me. If you got pictures, send them by email because I don't have a cell phone. But anything that you guys can provide would be a real big help. We're trying to make another product that is going to be far greater than the number one.
Is it going to be a number two?
I don't know yet. Dan and I have been talking, and we got a lot more that we could do with that and make it even a better product and go further just for one product.
Wow.
So we're in the course of that because anything that you guys have been putting on Facebook or sending pictures or testimonies, I always send them to Dan and let him know what we're doing with it, what they're doing with it. And basically it's, he called me, I think it was last week, and said, do we need to go farther with this? I said, it'd be a damn good idea. He's still working on the encapsulation product. We want that to be, a damn good, or the best product that's out there. So it's got to be done right the first time, and we're getting there. The other thing is, let's see, need to start thinking about the winter, okay, which is kind of an off season for a few months. Okay, with the number one product, with some of the other products we have, there's a lot of things you guys can sell on your own. Like you could repackage number one, you could repackage the 102s and 101s. There's a lot of things that we have that you guys can resell. So in a maintenance program, or getting out there with the school starting up and the colleges starting up, you look into December, and when they do their first shutdown for the schools and stuff, there's like a 2-week period that actually you could go in, do electrostatic spray, set them up with 102s, and basically it's going to knock down their attendance or their sick days for kids and help them. So there's a lot of other areas that you guys can get in, for the winter. Joe don't know it yet, but we're going to be redoing all of the training videos, update them, every product that we have. So that'll be on the website, and as we make them, we'll be replacing the ones that we did, was it a year ago or 2 years ago?
2 years ago, I started making them.
I mean, you started making them. You started asking me all the questions.
Dude, I started making some a couple of years ago.
I'm talking about the training videos.
Oh, training videos.
Yeah, the products.
I know speak English.
What?
I know speak English.
Okay.
No, okay, yeah, we're going to redo the training videos. Didn't I just do some on all the products? Isn't that recent? A few months ago.
Oh, that was just a couple of videos.
No, I did one for each product.
No, I'm talking about the 101s,
Oh
the
yeah. Okay, I haven't done that.
102s,
Yeah.
stabilizer, the #1 product, all
I
that.
understand. Like we did a year ago. I understand now.
Yeah.
Got it.
Let's see. Also, we need from our members ideas of what you guys want to see in a webinar or a training video. Anything to do with helping you more, we need ideas. Whatever you come up with, we can put two subjects or three subjects in one video or a webinar or whatever. But we need your help on what you guys want to see, what we can do more for you. Let's see. Also, I think it's time to start thinking about a marketing team, like Joe did last year. You got quite a few guys together, and basically on a Friday morning or Monday morning also. That's Lynn Creek. Anyway, that helped out a lot. And since we've got more products, and I'm asking for information about the #1 product, we could give you a lot more ideas and stuff like that. But anybody that would like to volunteer for the marketing team with Joe, kind of let us know now, because we want to get back into that. And if anybody has any ideas of more marketing they need to get out there, that would be real helpful. Also, Dan is actually writing a scientific data on the 101s and the 102s. So that should be available to you hopefully by the end of the week. But he's doing all of that. I've got too many people asking about the data, what it does, how it works, that type of thing. So we're going to be having that, and same with the #1, same with the stabilized. We'll have that information so you can explain it to your customers when they ask you the right questions. It'll increase. Going to call every number I got. Anyway, that's about it. And I'm going to go ahead and sign off, or just stop my mic for a minute and call them back.
Okay.
So anyway, thank you all, and talking to you soon.
All right. You gonna do that, Jim? You gonna talk to him? Okay. All right. All right. Now that we gotten rid of Jim, I wonder if he can still hear us. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Okay. Anyway, guys. All right. So we're gonna talk about flu season's coming and how we can sanitize. It could be schools, it could be gyms, it could be daycare centers, it could be nursing homes. It doesn't matter what it is, right? What in homes. Let's not forget homes also. Your own home. So we have a number of ways of doing this, right? So we can go in for one. Are there any questions before we start? Does anybody have a question before I start talking about this? Because I was talking about this with somebody, one of our members yesterday, and today, I think what I'm going to do while we're waiting for Jim, I'm going to talk about an issue that one of our members has on a job. Okay, anyway, let's talk about this real quick before we start. So here's what the call was. The call's this lady lives in a house, and she has her daughter-in-law and her son were living there, and the grandchildren. Okay, and the daughter-in-law and grandchildren were in the basement. She was upstairs. And I was talking to this member, and he wants to remain anonymous. I don't know why, but he does. So we're going to remain anonymous. But it's a $4,000 job, so he got the job. Anyway, what's happening is this. So I started asking him questions because the lady started getting like tingly. Her lips were tingling. The daughter-in-law was coughing and breaking up in a rash and those kind of things. And so I was asking them, is there anything? So they had several mold tests done in the house, right? And so I started asking questions, and I figured out what it was. I knew exactly what it was because I've dealt with this several times, even before chlorine dioxide. So does anyone know if it's not mold and if it's not mold and they start getting tingling lips and things like that are starting to happen to them, what it could be? What do you think is different in the house? Anyone, any answer is good answer, man. Somebody might even get it right. Sean Moon, you're pretty smart. Come on, buddy, somebody, tell me. I'm going to sing a song twice. Okay, anyway, okay, so nobody's going to answer it because nobody knows. Oh, no, well, that's a great guess. Radon doesn't really give you tingling lips and stuff. Radon's more of a long-term, like 30 years or something. You know, radon comes through the ground, of course, right? It comes into the house, but it's not radon. But at least you gave it a guess, Steve. That was a good guess. Okay, so let me finish the conversation. Air, yes, no, okay. That's a good answer too, Sean. Thank you so much for that answer, by the way. All right, so after questioning the member about the house, he started, I said, look, have they put anything new in the house? Do they have any new furniture? Have they painted any new floors? And he goes, yeah, they put a vinyl floor, like that looks like wood in the basement on concrete over a heated floor. And I said, it's formaldehyde, man. Yeah, VOCs, it's VOC. So it's off gassing. So anyway, we were able to figure that out today by me talking to him, by me talking, it was today. So I talked to so many people, I forget what day's what, right? So anyway, the remedy that we came up with is this. So we know that we can shock the house and chlorine dioxide will eliminate formaldehyde, but what it won't do is it won't penetrate the rubber of the vinyl, so that vinyl is going to continue to off gas. Like we might be able to get rid of it in the short term, but in the long term, it's going to continue to off gas. So what I said is this. I said, look, you need to turn the radiant heat up on the floor. You need to heat it up so it can off gas a little bit faster. Maybe we do that for a week. She has an apartment she can live in, the homeowner, right? And the kids already moved out because they thought they were dying. So she's in an apartment. She has an apartment on her property that she can stay in. They're going to heat it up. It's going to off gas. You know, we'll get some airflow. And then he's going to shock it. And then we're going to use 102s to control the off gas. And that's probably it's going to continue, right? Because we're not going to get it all at once. We're talking about rubber, right? And and vinyl. And we're talking about something that's going to continue to off gas slowly. But he's going to be able to get a majority of it by gassing the house. And then we're going to use 102. So my idea was this. It's a 4,000 square foot house. So I said, let's go 500 square feet instead of 750 with the 102s because of the nature of the off gas. So we're going to do 8 102s, and we're also going to use BioProtect in the basement. We're going to spray BioProtect on the floor and on the walls in there and the ceiling. And so we'll get that going too to see if that could help also, right? I'm not sure it's going to help with VOCs, but he's going to make a little extra money, right? So he bid her $4,000 and she didn't blink. I listened to the dang recording for 23 minutes today. It was a 23-minute recording, and I thought I was going to poke my eye out. And so I'm listening to the recording, and she's talking about it. It started happening about a month ago. Everything was great until then. They got all these mold tests, and then they had the floor put in about 6 weeks ago. Right, so I know that. We figured it out, right? I was able to figure it out, mostly because 27 years of being in the business and knowing and learning some stuff over 27 years. I'm not actually that smart. I just have a whole lot of hours in this, man. So we figured that one out, which is it's going to be a great job for him, and he's going to be able to get through it, make $4,000. But here's what I told him. I said, listen. So what you're going to do is this. You're going to go in there at the 4,000. You're going to say, look, you're not going to completely guarantee it. You're going to add a maintenance to this and all that. And then in 3 months, when you renew the maintenance, you're going to shock it again for $1,000. You're going to do it for a quarter of the cost because it costs nothing to do it again. You're getting back in there. You're refilling the maintenance. He's going to make a killing, and it helps this lady out tremendously. So I think you know, Jim and I listen to these scenarios every day, so we're very fortunate to talk to our several hundred members, right? And we get ideas from y'all. Like, we don't know all this stuff, man. We know from what we learned in the beginning. What Jim has more years than me at it, but I talk to a lot of people. I didn't come up with the cat urine protocol. Mark Hayes, Dave Snyder, people like that were in the trenches really working it for weeks and weeks and weeks, right? Finally came up with a system that worked, right? Like with a lot of input from Jim. I hated cat urine, right? I just hated it. So got a call from another member today on a, they used a, what are those carpet cleaning machines you rent, Jim?
Oh, Bissell?
No, like you can go to the store and rent them.
Yeah, Bissell. It's a Bissell.
Rug doctor.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
Yeah, very good, Tim. Tim is awesome. Tim, we need to bring you in the room. I need like 3 people in here. Do you want to come in the room? Anybody else want to come in the room and just be like a third leg down here? So anyone, come on, man. Sure. Here we go, Tim. Put your knickers on though, dude. Get your knickers on. Okay, so anyway, got a call from another member today about a rug doctor. Oh yeah, he's gonna try to be funny. So anyway, they cleaned their carpet. The dog went poop on the carpet and they freaked out. I don't know why. They freaked out, went out and rented a rug doctor and cleaned the heck out of around the bed in their bedroom, right? And they soaked it. So now it smells all musty. So okay, anybody, what would you do if somebody, Tim, let's ask Tim. Tim, so a client, can you hear me?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, you sound awesome, dude. And I see you still got that same curtain. I'm glad. I'm glad that you haven't changed anything up yet. Change it up a little bit. You see, I changed mine up a little. Like, what happens if you get, what do? You call Superman.
Superman.
Okay, keep calm and call Superman, dude. So listen, here's the scenario. I want to see if you have the same answer, because I could be wrong. I doubt it, though. Anyway, the customer rents a rug doctor. They drench the carpet. A week later, it smells like mold. It's all musty smelling because they drenched it. What would be your protocol?
Call you guys. No.
Awesome.
Hearing that I'd probably have to ask how, if I'd have to feel if it's still wet. In some situations like that, you'd probably want to consider even pulling the carpet to take a look at the backing.
That's it. You got it. So you pull the carpet and the pad. Well, not only the carpet, but you want to pull the pad because you want to see if there's mold on that subfloor now. Because if they drenched it, right, and it stayed wet it's not wet anymore, by the way, right? It's dry.
How do you know?
Well,
how do you know?
Jim, this is my story, dude. When you get your story,
how do you know it's not wet?
I don't know that. Listen, that's it. So listen, hey, look, I'm getting embarrassed.
I know.
Jim called me out on it. I don't know it yet because he's not going there till tomorrow. But let's just pretend it's dry now and it smells musty, right? You're still going to pull the carpet and the pad because you're going to want to see if there's mold on the floor. You know how many mold jobs I've done? In fact, when Dave Snyder came out to visit me like 2 years ago here in Colorado, when we were doing a job, it was all that mold all over the floor. It was from exactly that. They rented a rug doctor. The new owners pulled all the carpet up because it smelled musty. Mold everywhere, man. So you can use a moisture meter. That's right. Very good, Sean. To see if it's still wet. But even if it's dry, the mold still goes to go dormant. That doesn't mean it's not gone. It's still there, and you got to clean it, right? So you got to get the carpet up. So that's the first thing he's going to do is she's going to check that tomorrow if there's mold. And if there isn't, right, then it depends, right? Like my idea would be if let's say there's no mold, that we get you know what a water claw is, right? So we use 30 grams stabilized. We get all the carpet wet. We let it soak into the pad, or else we just remove the pad if that's eat faster, right? And if you have a stand-up water claw or something like that, you can get that moisture back out real quick, and that could get rid of it. But I was always big on just pulling everything, right? Because if it smelled bad and they used a rug doctor, I would probably just say it's one bedroom. Let's get the carpet and pad out of here. Let's take care of your floor. We'll seal it, right? We'll clean it. We'll seal it, mitigate it, whatever needs to be done. Then you put new carpet and pad down. We might even be able to save the carpet, right? If the backing's okay, you can save the carpet. You can clean the front and back of it. You can get it dry, right? Put new pad down, and the carpet can be stretched back in. So there, there is that story. So anytime, and this isn't the first time I've heard this, and it's not the first time I've ran into a job like this. I've done probably 10 jobs where people have rented drug doctors and got mold on the floor because it's stayed soaked for, you know how those things are, man. They don't even suck. These people don't know what they're doing. And they thought they were going to save money. Now they're going to spend $10,000 on me to get it cleaned up. So it's kind of crazy. Anyway, all right. Welcome, Tim. Thank you for coming in, buddy.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Do you have anything new this week? Anything?
Still working away at that RV. I had a 40-foot RV I was talking with you and Jim about. It still has a tiny hint of mothballs. We're going to go back and hit it with, we're going to try 300-gram tablets and do another 2-hour treatment. So
probably knock the rest of it out.
Man, I hate mothballs, man.
But that was the thing that
I had Andy Ellis call me from Ohio, and he had a job. The mothballs were in the crawl space, and they were just complaining about it. So he called me, and I said, one, you need to find all of the mothballs in that area. And they did some digging and, you know, a little thing like got a rake and did all kinds of stuff.
God.
Found, I think it was about 28 mothballs. And then he had to actually soak the ground with a chlorine dioxide mix, and then he gassed off. When he gassed off, it took 2 treatments of 500s. Because mothballs just do not, that smell does not want to leave. And because it's an oil base, it puts out that oil base, and basically it takes a hell of a lot. So if you accomplish getting rid of mothball smells, you've done something, believe me.
So we had this neighbor in North Carolina right across the street. You know how you move in, they're going to invite you over so they can find out everything about you, right? So anyway, we go over there and their house smells like mothballs. And my wife can barely breathe, and I'm like, and they're serving us cake and all this crap, and oh my God, man. So they're in their 80s, right? They grew up on mothballs, man. They don't even smell it, but God, I hate mothballs. Myself, if I go into a house that has mothballs, I'm calling Tim because I don't want that job. I want the easy one. I'm going for the easy work, man, like allergies. I'm going to get rid of those really quick. Anyway, okay, so mothballs are really tough. We know that. We'll do Brett. Oh, that's good. You got back to him. Okay, listen. All right, flu season's coming, right? Flu season, cold season, all that stuff that's associated with flus, and I mean associated with fall and winter, right? We start getting sicker. And then, you know, all the family comes over for Thanksgiving and Christmas. Now everybody's sick because they brought their kids that were sick. Darn it. That little Jimmy's not that sick, right? And you're like, oh God, I'm going to get sick. So anyway, we have a remedy for that. And it's exact. And listen, the protocol never changes. It's the same protocol. We shock the house. We can gas the place. It could be a business. It could be whatever it is. Now, if it's a nursing home where they're not going to leave, we can't use gas, right? We got to just use spray. And you can use your fogger. You can use an electrostatic sprayer. It doesn't matter how you get it out there, right? You get the liquid out there and you do that first. Then we're gonna follow up with a 102 because we always want to use it during any time. You should be using 102s. They should be in your return air vents. If there's not a return air vent, like in a nursing home where they have individual rooms with their individual little heaters and stuff, right? You can put it above the door. You can put it by the case from Jim. It has a sticky thing on the back. Put it up on top of your door, and it's up there, right? So I kind of like the idea of I like having a fan kind of hit it too, so it disperses, right? Maybe, or something like that. But most places are going to have return airs anyway, so you can put it in return air, and it gets throughout the whole house. Okay, so Brett, how many ppms are grams for allergens? Okay, so listen, allergens are the easiest thing out there to get rid of. I would say, what is the max of 1,000 gram will go? What is it?
25 2,500 square feet.
Okay, so I would go 2,500 square feet per 500 gram, aka 1,000 gram, right? I would go 2,500 square feet. If 5,000 square foot house, you can do it with 2, right? You could even fog a house and get rid of allergens. You don't have to gas a house to get rid of allergens. Allergens, you know,
Or electrostatic.
or electrostatic. It doesn't or electrostatic is probably better because you're going to want to wrap around furniture, lights, and things like that. So it's probably going to work a little bit better. Master Blend, most of you, Tim, and all of you out there in Wonderland, you all have heard of Master Blend, right? Their anti-allergen treatment. I'm sure you have. So they put chlorine dioxide in it. It's the main ingredient. And the biggest problem with the product works. It really does the job. And they're not gassing anything. The problem is nobody's going to clean all their curtains, all their laundry, all their bedding, and all that stuff, right? So, I mean, I've used it a couple of times way before I met Jim, and it does work. It gets rid of allergens, but it's all that work because it's 10 parts per million inside their bottle, right? So we have a way, we gas the house and we get rid of all of it, man. And so allergens are extremely, extremely simple to get rid of, Brent, and you're welcome to call me. By the way, Brent, thanks for the FaceTime. Brent and I did a FaceTime today on a job, on some mold. That was awesome. Okay, so would you do a 30 stabilized per 2 gallons to fog? Yeah. And I think you can even mix it further. Like
You can go so far, testing wise, you can cut it up to 5 times, 5 to 1.
So look, I never used any stabilized, right? They didn't have stabilized when I was in the field. I used a 4 gram in a gallon of water, had great luck, never bleached anything, never had any trouble. 4 grams are inexpensive, they're quick, they're fast, I love them. I like keeping stabilized for like if I'm spraying down carpet, I think. But I could, look, that's just me, and stabilized is going to work. It's going to work great, but 4 gram, man, that's going to be much cheaper for you to use that in a gallon of water and go around fogging that because it's going to work. So, but you can do either way. You can do stabilize, you can do that. If you're worried about a problem, you stabilize. Just know that I never had a problem ever. And I always tested, like if I was going to test chlorine, if I was going to use, let's say I'm going to take a 20 gram, make 5 gallons, right? If I'm going to test it on carpet, I'm going to take that 20 grams and put it in 2 gallons of water, and I'm going to get a little spray bottle. I'm going to test the inside of a closet. I'm going to make it really, really strong, because if it doesn't screw anything up with that, my 5 gallons isn't going to do anything. Same thing with the 4 gram. Make a half a gallon, right? Test inside of a closet, see if it does anything to the carpet. I highly doubt you're going to have a problem with a 4 gallon of water. Like I never did.
That's why we came out with a stabilizer.
Why?
It's proven it won't bleach anything.
Yeah, I didn't bleach it.
Why even take a chance?
Because I like living on the risky.
Yeah, well, when you have to replace a carpet or replace a recliner or a couch, you pay for it.
I'm not paying for it, man. I'm saying
you're the one that's saying use the chlorine dioxide rather than the stabilizer.
Well, because I've done it on a lot of houses.
You've done it.
Yeah, but I'm awesome.
Yep.
Okay, that's right. So anyway, go with Jim Steele, the stabilize and be safe, right? Like I know. Okay, so in a furnished home with carpets, couch, blankets, etc., better safe than sorry. Yes. Don't be like me, Brent, and spray the hell out of a house with a 4 gram, right? Don't be like that. Well, anyway, yeah, stabilize is good with all that kind of stuff. But yeah. Okay, so moving on. Go with stabilize. Okay, so you could even fog a house and you're gonna get rid of the allergens. When we moved into a house here in Monument, Colorado, the one that we moved out of, the last house we had before we moved to North Carolina, my dog, some of you know this because you were in the group back then, but my dog got a really bad allergy, and we thought it was a grass in the backyard. We weren't sure. But, so So what I did is, and you remember, Jim, how puffy?
Oh yeah, I remember. All
It was
puffy.
really bad. We were freaking out, man. All I did, took a 4-gram, put it in a gallon of water, and I sprayed all the carpet, and within 2 hours, my dog's allergies were gone. It was over.
Yeah.
Because, you know, the carpet's a filter, right? So I know that just you can fog a house and get rid of allergens. So remember, it's fairly simple. But why not give that client the very best and gas the house and get everything, and then maybe you go around and use a liquid after that, right? You can fog it and use an electrostatic sprayer, fogger, any way you want to go with that. I like doing a little bit more. Look, I never got called back on any jobs, right? And when you really think about it, the people that are doing the extreme are usually not getting called back. It's people that are like stepping back and saying, okay, it smells kind of bad. I'm just going to use 2 500s in this 4,000 square foot house. I'm a big believer in going strong with it, man, and just not having to go back. And we're seeing a lot of great results with that. Our product is so cheap, it doesn't like, bam, get a grand slam, not just a home run, right? How long do they have to be gone when you're doing a house for allergies or flu? Okay.
Depends on what you're using.
Yeah, so absolutely. So like what Jim said, if you're going to gas a house, right? So it's 12 hours, okay? So let me step back. Let me go back a minute. Let me start from here. If I'm going to do a house and I'm trying to control the flu, right? I'm going to start with gassing. I like using 24 hours only because when I was charging, if I'm charging $1 a square foot, it's a 3,000 square foot house, it's $3,000. I had a real hard time telling people they can be back in 12 hours. I just felt like for it to seem valuable to them, you make it 24 hours, man. Make it worth that $3,000. I ran my business that way. Now, you're going to run into people, I need to be looking here, not at the notes. You're going to run into people that they're not going to stay in a hotel. They have nowhere to put their dog. They're not going to put their dog in a hotel with them. They're just not going to do it. That's when you can say, okay, 12 hours, right? Like if you leave the house at 7, you can be back at 7, right? And so,
well, you can go with a 100-gram tablet. You're going to need more of them. But, you know, if they're in that type of thing to where they can't leave other than a few hours or even a work day, then you still might have pets. Well, on that 100-gram tablet, you can do more. Get the same effect, but you can do it much faster, but you're going to have to use more tablets throughout the house. But on just allergens, if you have electrostatic sprayer and you use a stabilizer, basically you can knock out that whole house with fogging, with the electrostatic, and knock out the whole house and be done. And they can come back and an hour and a half to 2 hours.
You can basically do the carpet because all the air in the house hits the carpet and then it's killing it as it's hitting it, right?
Exactly.
It's doing its job. So, all right. So let me continue. I was going to get to the 100-gram thing until Jim jumped in and saved the day. Okay. So let me go back to
who's Superman now?
Dude, I was going to say the 100-gram. I wasn't there yet. My story was building.
Well, you're going off into bunny trails.
These people were eating popcorn. They were getting excited. They were waiting for the moment, and it was coming. All right, anyway. So you could use the 100-gram, right? And, okay, if you need a quick turnaround, Jim told me for a flu shot, 100-gram, 400 square feet. Yes, there you go. Tablet, yes. And I think you need to run the 100-gram tablets longer than 2 hours because the water isn't really clear in 2 hours. It takes more like 3 hours because I've tested it and seen it. But you can listen. If you only have 2 hours, you can flush it down the toilet. Okay, so you can be done with any of our products whenever you want. You just flush it and go.
Make damn sure there's not a septic tank when you flush it.
Yeah. Yeah, no septic tank. Good call. because it has live bacteria, right, that we don't want to kill. Chlorine dioxide kills that bacteria. So yeah, make sure they don't have a septic tank if you're gonna flush it down the toilet, or just take it back to your shop and put it down your toilet. You know, I'm not gonna go there. Never mind, man. Because somebody's gonna do something, it's gonna be gassing, it's gonna blow the lid off, and you got to kind of know what you're doing. You cut some holes in the lid, and it's a long story. But you just got to get. You can exhaust it quickly because several members have been called out from the fire department in the middle of the night because the fire alarm went off and they had to exhaust it real quick, and so they're dumping their 500s down the toilet to get rid of it, right, and flushing it or whatever they're doing. So anyway, let's keep going. So you can use a 100-gram tablet, right? You can say 3 hours with the 100-gram tablets. Just remember, 400 square feet per 100-gram tablet, okay? So if you have a 4,000 square foot house, it's going to take a few of those, man. Anyway, so what is that, 10?
Yep. No, yeah, 10.
10, dude. I knew it was. I was just showing you on my handy dandy. I didn't have enough fingers. I was trying to count, and then I had to use that. I did have 10 fingers. Okay, so anyway, John Sweeney, why isn't he in the group tonight? He must be sleeping. He's trying to. Oh no! What just happened? Okay, John Sweeney. Okay. Anyway, okay. So once you gas a house for, let's get back to the flu, right? So you're gassing house for the flu. Now what you're going to do, this is where 102s and BioProtect come in, right? So if you're going to fog the house and you're going to use a 30-gram stabilized, you can mix BioProtect with the stabilized, and now they have 3 months protection. So they have 3 months with the 102 in their cold air returns or on top of doors or wherever you're going to put them, right? So they have that, and then they have the BioProtect also killing bacteria and all this other stuff continuously. So that is the correct way. If you really want to keep that house healthy, you're going to gas it. You're going to electrostatic spray it or fog it. You can mix BioProtect with that, and now you're bioprotecting all the surfaces, right? And then you're putting 102s in the return air, and so you're protecting them now for 3 months. And then you come back, and maybe they want to continue the maintenance program, because your whole goal is to get a maintenance program going where you might charge $100 a client, $200 a client every 3 months, and it might cost you $10. But think about this: if you get 50 of them, right, at $100, do you know how long you got to work at McDonald's for that? No,
Oh, don't.
I'm not going to do it. A long time, man. So
Well, everybody needs to understand on that BioProtect, you can mix it, and that alone is going to be one hell of a selling point, because you're going in, especially in schools or daycare or even the old people's homes. You've got a 90-day touch point that nothing's going to, it's going to be clean and sterile or sanitized for that 90 days. And you put that out in front of people saying, okay, my treatment, yeah, it will work positively, but it works even better because I've got 90-day coverage. And that should help out a lot of customers on knowing, okay, this guy knows what he's talking about. 2, you can present or give that BioProtect video to the customer or to your customer, and basically they're going to see what's happening. That's a big selling point, especially with schools or anybody that, same with fitness centers. That's a big ass selling point. You're not going to get any of the touch points on the arms for the walkers or the mats or anything like that for 90 days. Like I said, that should be one hell of a big selling point. And it's a damn good thing that you guys start using it. I mean, big time. Go ahead, Joe.
I'm sending something to Brent. Come on, phone. Okay, as soon as my phone will line up, I'll send it to you, Brent, in a second. Okay. A clean that lingers longer. Amen. That's what Tim came up with last time. A hashtag. You didn't put the hashtag, dude.
Sorry.
About the 90-day protected contact point application. A clean that lingers longer. Absolutely. Okay, Brent. Hold on. BRENT. Brent. Oh man. Brent, does your number start with 815? No, that's the wrong Brent. Well, Brent, I don't have your phone number in my. Just call me after the show, Brent. There you go. Call me after the show. All right, I'll do that after the show. Okay, so listen. So that's really all there is to it, man. If you're going to do a place like that, and in the United States, you can use the EPA registration, right, with the BioProtect. So now you're EPA registered. If anybody ever asks or you ever need it, once again, 27 years of being in business, nobody ever asked me if I was using an EPA registered product once. No one. All they cared about was if it was sewage, my swab test, right? I do a swab test, and I used to send it to MLab. It comes back clean, no fecal matter, right? Or what? So it was clean. So anyway, but I know that people are getting more and more educated, and they think they got to have this EPA registration thing. So like I've always said, there's a million EPA registration products out there. You can use with our product, and bam, you got the word right there. Ours is much cheaper. Like, so those of you that seen the video that I did calling out the competition. By the way, I've had over 100 views now. I think more than that even now.
Yeah, it is.
Days ago, and nobody has taken me up on the competition. Darn it, because I really want to show the competition that we can blow them away. But the thing is, when you have an EPA registered product, chlorine dioxide, just like John Sweeney was saying, the job that he did would have cost $5,700 in chemical. Ours was $350. So, and you heard me on the video. If we went extreme, it would have been $1,275. Our cost of chemical compared to their $5,700 cost, right? And we would only have 35 buckets to their 165 little cups. So, and I'm still not saying who it was. I should have wore their shirt. I don't have it, but John Sweeney does. But anyway, you know, I switched my setting. Okay, cool. All right, so it's any questions so far on how to treat. The only difference in a nursing home where people aren't going to leave is you're not gassing. You're doing all the other steps. So basically you can you take the stabilized chlorine dioxide, you make a gallon of it, and you make it 3 to 1, 4 to 1, 5 to 1, 2 to 1, whatever you want to do. Once you have that gallon, you put 12 ounces of BioProtect in that, take it up, right, and then you start spraying. And so you only got to spray once. So the chlorine dioxide is doing the quick kill; it's evaporating, and then the BioProtect's left behind. So I think I'm going to have Jim Sweeney on one of our shows talking about BioProtect, so you guys understand it a little bit more. But it's a great. Yeah, go ahead, Tim.
Do we have to do much surface prep, when you're fogging, like in a nursing home? I mean, is the fog?
Well, okay, so think of it this way. If that wall looks really dirty, you're going to probably have to clean it. Now, I probably, if I was going into a nursing home, and those rooms aren't that big, right? They have a bed. They're usually, what are they? Maybe
half the size of a hotel room.
Yeah, so they might be a couple hundred square feet, right?
Right.
They have room around their bed because a lot of people have wheelchairs, bigger doorways, and all that stuff. I think as easy as it is to take one of those mop things, right? And some number one, I think I'd probably just clean the walls.
Just a quick wipe down.
I'd probably do that. Like if my grandmother was in there or something like that, I'd want her to get the very best. So I would probably do that, right? I would probably clean it because it's supposed to be clean, the surface, right? But I know if I came into here, right, I'm probably just going to spray it. I'm not cleaning these walls. But in a nursing home, right, like why not? Like get it clean, and you're good to go. So you know you're going to spray the walls, the ceiling, and the carpet. And you're basically spraying everything in there. The bed, the furniture, all that. You're not soaking stuff down.
Right.
You're going like this, and you're overlapping. It's simple as that.
I was just thinking about adding a package, as I'm cleaning carpets, you could offer, kind of blend the two services together.
You know that you can probably almost sell people's master bedrooms easily. And
Right.
the bedrooms where their children sleep, right? And where they sleep, maybe not do the whole house, maybe say, look, I can do the bedroom. So when you're sleeping and your immune system's rebuilding itself, right? You're not fighting all this stuff because it's cleaning it, right? So
Right.
I would it's just like upselling protector, right?
Right.
So maybe the traffic, you're going to do the traffic lanes of the carpet. In dry states, BioProtect is actually an anti-static, so it takes the static electricity away. North Carolina, they don't even know what static electricity is because of all the humidity, right? Dude, I'm about to see it again when winter hits here. It's almost like lightning in a house. Like you try not to touch anybody in Colorado, believe me, because it's like, right? So I'm going to put it in my house. Finally got my electrostatic sprayer. Looking forward to using it. All right, Daryl in Denver.
Is it in the store, or do we have to contact you for the purchase?
No, I don't sell them. I think it's Anna sells them. Didn't you get it through Anna?
Oh, Anna, no.
No, the BioProtect.
What?
BioProtect.
No, he was talking. Oh, I thought you were talking about the electrostatic sprayer.
No.
Sorry.
You were talking, and I was reading Daryl's note.
Well, quit doing that. Keep your eyes focused.
Dude, this is me focused. See, I did my own before the show, people.
See, I can see your eyes looking over there.
I know, I can't help it, man. It's killing me. So
Okay, the BioProtect is on our webpage.
Yeah, BioProtect.
BioProtect. And basically, you can go through Joe, and that's about the best way to go.
Yeah, just call me, man, and we'll get it. Okay. I looked at it again. It's almost like not looking at my phone, right? So pretty simple to do flu and stuff, because basically you're not dealing with an odor, you're not dealing with anything except prepping a house. What could be easier, right? You're not dealing with cat urine, you're not dealing with any of that stuff. You're dealing with, I wonder if Ron Hemphill is going to be in here, and if that worked for him, urine job. Do you know Tim?
I don't know.
He said he would be in tonight.
It'd be nice to hear from him.
Yeah,
Probably working on that job.
Yeah, or something like that. Any questions? It doesn't get any easier than that. You gas it, you spray it, you use BioProtect at the same time, you're doing all that stuff. You use the 102s, put them inside the cold air return. They're good for 90 days. You come back, and so you set up a program, right? So think about this a minute. If you're going to come back and replace 102s, okay, let's just use a 2,000 square foot house. A 102 would do 750 square feet. Of course, I'm an extremist. I like going 500 square feet, only because it's probably going to be better. So I kind of like that deal. So 4 of them, right? 2,000 square foot house, 4 of them. Jim, what's our cost on 102s?
102's $6.
No way, dude. 6 times 4. I don't need a calculator for this, but I'm doing that anyway because that's only $24.
All right.
Okay? $24 in cost. All right, so we got $24. Now, so you're going to do a maintenance program. So here's what I would do. I would use BioProtect, and I would hit all the doorknobs again. I would hit like all the switch plates, all the high touch points right in the house. I would go through and I just real quick, I'd have my electrostatic sprayer, bam, spray it, get their keyboard, right, get their phone, all the stuff they're going to touch all the time. high touch points. I would probably do something like that. It'd probably take me about 20 minutes. I'd probably charge like, for the 102s and the BioProtect treatment, I'd probably charge something like $250, right? So $250 is easily going to pay for the 102s at 35 each. That's $140, right? So you got plenty of
What?
$140, man.
$140 for what?
If you're going to charge 35 for the 102s.
Oh, okay.
Calm down, dude. Who's breathing heavy?
I don't know, but somebody is.
Somebody's breathing heavy. It's not me because I'm talking. So anyway,
Who is that?
oh my God, I don't know, but it's funny. You can't hear it, Tim?
No.
Jim and I hear it. That's because it's you, dude.
I wonder if it's the fan on my PC.
I bet it is.
I bet it is.
Hell of a fan, dude.
Let me mute.
Yeah. So anyway, it was Tim.
Yeah.
It was him.
That's
It's
okay.
breathing though.
Yeah.
I don't have COPD here.
It sounds like heavy breathing, which is cool. That's cool. It makes you almost want to watch that movie Play Misty for me.
It's Russian collusion. There's somebody listening in on my.
That's it, dude. So listen,
Russia did it.
I know. So anyway, it's that simple, right? It's that simple. It really is that simple. If you were going to go do a maintenance program every 3 months, $250 a person, you can back off of that. You can come down to $200 and still make great money, man. Remember, you have $24 in 102s, and you might have at the most $10 in BioProtect, and maybe 20 minutes of your time, 30 minutes of your time. So that's an easy $200 if you have like 100 of those people you can deal with every 3 months. That'd be an awesome deal.
Yep. Well, when we were doing just the 101s, yeah,
That's
when we were just doing,
$20,000.
when we just started the 101s, we had to hire another person just to take part-time, but they would go out and change out the 101s every, at that time it was every 30 days. But we had so many of them that, we had to hire somebody else just to do that part-time. And she was working, I think it was 3.5 days a week.
Really?
So there's, it's an automatic income way above her salary. But that's where you get into that getting a revenue built up to where it's always coming in, because you're always changing them out. Even though it might be 90 days or 60 days, it's still another income.
Yeah. I mean, that's a lot of money, man. I mean, if you can get 100 people, but most people are going to get 100 people, even if you get 10 people, right, at $200 every 3 months, and you're doing every 3 months, that's pretty good money, man.
Yeah.
Right? That's
especially if you pick one day and try to line up everybody that's going to do a maintenance program on okay, say you start your first person, you started on the 30th or the 28th or 29th or whatever, and then all the rest of the ones that come in later, you start their maintenance program on that same day, to where you can take one day or even 2 days and basically figure out, okay, I've got this many clients, how many can I do in one day? You can probably do about 30 damn clients, for that maintenance program. So that eases you out to where you just got to pick one day. That's all you do. Basically make damn good money in that one day.
How do you think, like, those exterminator companies, like that, they make most of their money is made from the maintenance stuff that they do?
Exactly.
Trip, man. That's their loss leader, and then it's their maintenance thing that they come, like in North Carolina, you got to get that termite inspection, right? You get that bond certificate every year. It was $150. A guy was in my crawl space for approximately 2 minutes, and gave me the certificate. Yep, you're good. So it's the air filter material being sold. Okay, so you gotta call me for that too, Doug. The air filter stuff. That's a little more difficult of a thing. We didn't even talk about that, how you can get rid of all the particulates in the air and all that, but that's for another time. Right now, we can basically do what we got to do with chlorine dioxide or gassing, and then use a 30-gram stabilized with BioProtect, spray the place down. They're good for 3 months. If they really want to be healthy, right, you can go in there with those Sanders filters and put even the carbon filter on there, and it destroys odors and everything, right, while it's getting all those particulates out of the air. So now you have like a very healthy home. So do you want a healthy home? Hey, that's cool. Those are our steps. Kind of healthy, healthy, very healthy. I kind of like that. Kind of healthy, healthy, very healthy. A clean that lingers longer.
That's it.
Amen. All right, so it's almost 8 o'clock. Any questions? Any questions? You all have my number, right? Everybody knows my number? How to get a hold of me? I'm going to write it right here.
All you got to do is go to the website.
I know, but I like doing this. There it is. You all know Jim's number? Don't call me, call Jim. No, I'm kidding.
Go ahead, put my number up there.
Little Jimmy, 620. What else, Jim?
341-9529.
Did you guys see that lightning fast typing I just did? Tim, did you catch that?
It's quick.
Dude, like, listen, I'm a legend in my own mind, dude.
I know you are.
I know. Okay, so anyway, just want to give a shout out to Dave Hardy that did Ron's shirts. I ordered some and got some, and they're nice. Oh, right, Brent. Very, very good. Don't forget about the guy that makes the shirts, Dave Hardy, who makes those shirts. Maybe you can post it on Facebook, Brent. Show us on Facebook.
Yeah, that'd be real nice.
Yeah, because, I mean, that guy's doing shirts fairly inexpensive, right? Like, and let's try to help him out, man. Anyway, guys, close enough to 8 o'clock. Not much more we can say about flu season, right? It's pretty simple. You don't have to deal with an odor or anything else. Jim, any closing thoughts?
Yeah, we need ideas for webinars. So anything that you got, webinar you guys want to have, let us know, please. Because I know there's a lot of things that a lot of guys have told me, but it might be that day that everybody is talking about this and talking about that in the phone calls, and I might have forgot a few of them. I know there were some damn good ideas out there that actually I didn't have time to write them down other than a few. So if you got ideas on webinars or information or different information or more information, let me know, please.
Beer drinking. Sean wants to do beer drinking.
Go for it.
Okay. Well, Sean, if I was still I am an alcoholic forever. I choose not to drink for about 10 years now, but I was a professional. Never mess with a professional, dude. I can down 5 bottles of wine before I passed out. So anyway, now I don't drink. I'm high on life, man. High on Jesus. Anyway, guys, any gals, anything else before we're done? Don, thanks for coming in, Donnie. Don, you have any famous last words? Anything? Can you create a flyer? Michael.
That's what we have, the flyers in the website, but that's what I was talking about on this winter. Anybody that wants to get into the marketing team, let Joe know about it, because there's all kinds of new flyers that we could be making.
Christina wants to come in the room. Oh no, she freaked out. She left. She did that by mistake. For flu, web page for flu. Yeah, I can create anything, man. I can create a web page. I can create flyers for the flu. Maybe we need to do that, Timmy. I need Timmy in the group, man. I can't do it without Tim. Can you create a web page and flyer?
Yeah, we can get back to that.
Yeah, I think we need to do something like that for the flu season. I think that'd be good.
You know what? I was fascinated with this heat and humidity the last couple of weeks. Homeowners that have kills their floors maybe a year or two ago, odors coming back. I thought that was fascinating, where you know, 2 years out, it's coming back to haunt them. So.
Yep. And I was talking to somebody. I was talking to one guy today, and he was saying that because of the houses that are selling now, the market has gone up drastically, and all of those homes have been sitting around and sitting around. Most of them have got cat urine problems, and that's, I think, because I said, I'm trying to figure out why all of a sudden
Influx.
in the last couple of months, everybody's getting these damn long ass, bad ass cat urine jobs. And, you know, they're bad, but he was telling me that the market has changed so much, and they're starting to sell so many damn houses that, you know, that's what's happening. I thought that's a good idea. That's a good thought.
I lost my train of thought, man. What is the protocol for urine removal? Is it on, Doug, that's a whole hour talk, urine removal, so we're not going to be able to do it tonight, but you're welcome to call me, Doug, and I'll walk you through the whole protocol. But we have done some videos on it, and it is in the ACES membership area. But if you want like the quick and dirty, just give me a call. Seems like Michael Smith had a problem with that hoarder house he was doing. Well, how big? I wonder how big the house was that he used 100 grand. Mike, are you in here? No, I guess they all left. Okay. Okay. I'll give you the protocol, Doug. Just give me a call. Anyway, thanks you all for coming. We try to keep it at an hour so all of you people don't have to watch the reruns this much. I need to talk to Mike Smith in Dallas about this job.
Yeah.
But we appreciate it. Anything? Jim? Tim?
Nope, I'm good.
All right, man.
Okie dokie. Thank you, Tim. Thank you, everybody.
Have a good evening.
You too. See you next Tuesday.
You know what? did Daryl leave? I might be driving up to Denver this weekend, man, up north. So I'll let you know, man, so we can hook up, dude. All right.
Thank you.
Later, guys. Bye.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.